I knew the friendship was over when we kept having money issues.
Money issues in friendship.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Emerge and Evolve podcast, a space where we share relatable conversations centered around growth in all areas. I am your host, Mary Ann, and with me here today I have
Sorry. Hi,
Oh,
guys.
okay, so it's another week in our friendship series, and you guys know we were here, the last time with Tari, and that episode was so awesome. If you've not seen it, I'm going to put it up here. Go back to it, you guys. When I say, in Opeyemi Farmer King's voice, if something is good, I'm not gonna lie. If it's good, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it was good. So today we're going right into what we have for today, and it's sort of a continuation, or should we say a build-up of where we left off last week. So that's why you really need to get into last week's video. So last week we talked about friendship makeups and
Breakups.
okay, and we delved into it so much. And as much as we encourage friendship makeups a lot, and we just talked a little bit about the breakups, but today we are going to talk about the inevitable uncomfortable situations where it just had to end. So today's episode is titled I Knew the Friendship Was Over When. So I have asked our community members to send in their posts, their stories, and today we are just going to be reading out some of the things that our audience has shared with us. So if you're one of those people, shout out to you when you hear your story. You just got featured. Okay, so let's just go right into it. I knew the friendship was over when something great happened to me, and my first thought was, oh God, I hope she doesn't find out.
Wow. Which kind of friends? Okay, continue.
And this was because there has been a pattern of her just being insecure anytime I share something great about myself with her, or her making it all about her. So I knew the friendship was over.
Interesting. I think the friendship has to be over by the time you start thinking that okay, my friend is not happy for me, or like okay, probably because the friend might be in a bad place at that point in time. But like continuously, the fact that she said that anytime she's just thinking that oh my god, I don't want her to find out, I probably feel bad. Then you have to be comforted. You're not supposed to be rejoicing. As well, they're not going to be like in a face of comforting the person or something.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say about that, because how is something great happen? The first thing that comes to your mind is,
Yeah.
and the truth is that I've been in a similar situation several years back, maybe like 7 8 years back.
Oh.
So I was in this space with this particular friend, and because we're in the same space together, we're kind of like doing the same thing. And there's this, there are things that you might be naturally good at that you
Yeah.
might excel at more than another person. It doesn't mean that there were not things she was good at that I wasn't good
Yeah.
at. But she felt very insecure by that, especially because she started this thing before me. So when I made like a particular progress in this area, I wasn't exactly free to share,
Yeah.
because I'm scared that this person will be.
Yeah.
So I mean, for this person, like, maybe something great happened to you, and the first thought, do you get that? Like,
Yeah,
the first
like the
thought,
first thought
no. Like,
oh my god, my
and that,
friend,
like, you are not
if my
safe.
friend-
That's not safe. Like, you don't feel like you're safe. So I think that one, that's very,
yeah, kind of
it's
valid.
reasonable.
Yeah.
It's valid. This one, I knew the friendship was over when we kept having money issues.
Money issues in friendship.
Let me keep reading. I had this secondary school classmate I talked to. She suddenly started asking me for money. I give her most of the time. And the only time I asked her for the one she borrowed, she fought with me for months. That moment, I knew it was over between
What do you
us.
mean she fought with you for months for money that you borrowed? Is it your money? If you go to the bank and then you borrow money and then they ask you back, I feel like you should not even get to the stage where you now have to ask back. Like accountability will make it that okay, I'm going to give it back in the next 1 month. In the next 1 month,
Yes.
send you your account, because if you're not able to
Yeah,
give it back,
you have to communicate. But I think that the thing is that, many times you just think that
kind
people
of
should.
entitlement to that.
Many times you just think that people should know these things. I've realized so much, like in relation and working with people, that many times I'm like, don't you know, like, common sense? don't you know that when you borrow, like, even if you're not able to get the money back, you're not supposed to now start avoiding me. Or when I try to, you're supposed to communicate that, oh, sorry, I've not been able to, I need an extension or something. That's communication, and it shows that you respect.
Person has to ask, and then
you're now angry because
angry.
Honestly, I feel like
I feel like
you were just angry. I just brought up that fight so that
I feel like
you know how to pay the money back.
Yeah.
But I think that in this case, honestly, it should be, because what she said now is that she kept giving her money and she was not really, like, it was a pattern.
Yes.
But if it's something that happens once or
I
twice,
wouldn't be like, I'm not available.
yes,
At this point, even if you're not that,
you need to draw boundaries, because maybe you might have friends that maybe their money habits are not exactly
optimal.
Compatible. You want to ensure that you don't drag you down into the ditch. So you can one necessarily. I will not say that it's like a deal breaker, but it's a deal breaker because money is a big deal. It's a deal breaker when you've addressed it several times.
At the stage where she now got angry because she asked for the money, it's already before that they
should have communicated that actually.
This one, like, always borrowing money. Like, I don't have the money you're asking for.
Oh, because it's your friend, you need to call your friend out. Why are you always borrowing money?
Business. Hey. I invested the money. Stop talking. I will kill you. Sorry, sir.
That's where you need to start the conversation from. Why are you living your life? But like, that's what you have to also call your friend out on their money habits. When you see that they're spending too much, you want to call them out, because when you finish spending this money, it's me you will come and ask for. So when you are saying let's go out, I will ask you that you have the money for it. The money for it. Okay. The next one is, I knew the friendship was over when she started ignoring me and started acting bossy.
Ignoring you and acting bossy. I feel like we need more context.
Exactly.
Is there more context to it?
My eggmess will be worshipping me.
Like, did something happen?
Yes, like,
was
what
there an
exactly led up to
issue?
Silent treatment, or like, I feel like there might have been something that probably was not communicated before. Like,
and honestly, I feel like the acting boss might not necessarily be like, it might just be like cold shoulder attitude, that kind of thing. So
I feel like we need more context for that one.
Yes, so I'm enjoying this so far. Let's go into some of the juicy. I mean, I have a lot here, and I just hope we'll be able to get into everything. So the next one is, I knew the friendship was over when you wouldn't text if I didn't text.
Never expected it.
Okay. I feel like for that person, now the person should have first of all brought it up.
Yeah.
Then after that, try to like see if the person actually now text first before you just end it. Some people are just like kind of laid back and chill, but like they actually still value you. But after like 1 month, the person should have even texted. Like,
you should have, exactly. Yes. You know, we cannot determine what's going on in somebody's life. People can be going through a lot, and maybe that's why the friendships have to. So that's why you have to ask. You have to, and then you have to say what you want. Maybe some people are not really a text kind of person. Maybe they would rather visit you. So you have to communicate that I notice that I'm only the one that's texting you, and I would really love for you to text me back. It makes me feel valued.
Or text me first.
Exactly. So if you communicate that, you also want to give them a little bit of grace to see if they adjust to that. And you want to tell them that I would like effort in this friendship. I feel like some people, they value, but they're not ready to put effort. Like, and that's something you have to clarify, that if you always be this friendship, you must be intentional. You must. Don't tell me that you were busy with this. If you are my friend, you should be able to make time for me. It's just intentionality. If you're about to sleep and you just think of me, why not just drop a text? So it's just really, you must communicate that you want effort and intentionality, basically. So the next thing is, I knew the friendship was over when you started posting her more frequently.
You can't blame me. I'm a Costa Rican dude.
I don't know who is her in this situation. And you wouldn't send your Sunday pictures anymore. Not even when I asked. Girl, go talk to your friend.
I feel like, that one, I feel like probably there was a ritual that they had, like Sunday picture stuff. So I'm not saying it's like, even that when she asked,
I want like something happened. Why did you stop?
Like, why did you stop? And then when you ask, I don't know what that response would have been like. But like, probably the person was not also feeling the friendship anymore. So yeah.
Okay. Let me read the other one. It said, I knew the friendship was over when all your responses became cold. Like you were talking to a stranger.
Stop.
I dey try communicate here, and I want make you reason, but we go relate.
You are full stop in the conversation. Sometimes it's like, okay, full stop. I'm like,
okay, not like okay, why? It's just like okay.
Why is there no plenty wise at the back of you?
She said, I know I'm distant. I know I don't go out much, so I can't see you a lot. But when I realized the friendship was over, my heart shattered, and it hurt more than any heartbreak.
I feel like you should have communicated it also. Like, if the person is also not available, let us even know that the friendship is over. Not that at the point you now have to. Do you get that kind of there's no closure kind of thing? Sometimes you might just actually need to ask that. Are you fine? Are you okay?
Yes.
Hope
Not to
everything is
actually ensure that maybe there was an issue, but even if there was an issue, that's something I really want to discourage. That you have an issue with your friend and it now comes to you and now acting cold.
cold instead of
I
talking,
feel like
talking
it's
it out.
for me it's punishment. Because I can't thrive in silent treatment. Like I try to silent
Yeah.
treatment. For me, it's emotional punishment. You just choose to emotionally
Yeah.
punish the person because you know that they love you.
Yes.
Because actually, be able to become, even if you're not ready to talk about it now, tell me that there's something and I'm not so okay with it. You talk to me later. At least I
Talk
know
about
that.
it later.
But the one that where I'm not in that space, I'm thinking that
Like,
what did I do?
You now
What happened? I'm now
for everything.
overthinking. Really, it's unfair. It's unfair
Yeah.
to someone. So the next thing is, I knew the friendship was over when she started turning me into a backup friend.
Are you serious? Wow! Wow! That's so crazy. Wow!
Backup friend.
She preferred telling my elder sister things before telling me. She began asking my sister to accompany her whenever she was going somewhere. But if my sister was unable to go,
She will not remember
she would then ask me. I knew the friendship was over when I realized that she and her mom preferred my sister because she has more money. I knew the friendship was over when my sister started getting things for her, her
I will
mom,
talk to my sister.
her siblings that she sometimes would not get for us.
I will actually talk to her. I'm actually had an issue.
I'm going to collect my own. I know my sister best. I will even tell you friend out of it. I know my sister best.
I'm like,
So I knew the friendship was over when my sister started sleeping over at her house.
why is your sister taking your friend?
But then again, this thing is context. What if maybe this person was your friend and then through you now go to meet your sister and they're now close? It hurts actually. You know that thing where you introduce somebody to someone and then they now become better friends than you and they're now hanging out without you. It's very hurtful. But at the end of the day, you can communicate to your friend better, you can communicate to your sister. But I think at the other end, we can't force people to be with us. It might just be that she prefers your sister's company, not necessarily because your sister is better than you.
She just prefers it.
Maybe she prefers telling your sister, maybe because she
I feel
feels
like
like she's more relatable. Do you get?
What is going on?
There are so many things. Are these things bringing them together?
Actually,
maybe they started seeing like more connection. Okay, so this next person saying, I knew the friendship was over when you started shading me on your status.
If you want to talk to me direct. Don't go through the corners.
I think that one is valid because why are you shading me without communicating? I feel like it's also like a communication gap. Maybe she's the only one that can view the status. It's not that type of shade that you will make sure that that person is the only person that can view
but
the status.
that's if you are doing that.
That's just bad, exactly.
You can say what you want to say. But I think that another thing to note is that no matter what, no matter how badly the friendship ended, you love this person at one point in time. So it should not be that you now go around spreading. I mean, for me, that's what I try to avoid. Like, my friend say, "What happened between you and this person?" I'm like, "Oh, you get like." But it's not that you not spoil the person that in the eyes of that even the person maybe wants to make for everything look at that this person evil person like but there's a way that you can just communicate like person did this person did that this person, and the person just and the person you're communicating just like this person is terrible. So at least give grace, like know that at some point of time people enjoyed your company together.
Yes, and there were some good
traits, there were some good, so just stay on those ones. There's no like bitterness and everything. Okay, so this next one is quite deep.
Okay, let's have it.
I knew the friendship was over when you didn't visit me while the others did to console with me as regards my grandfather's death. But you visited one of us in the friend group with ease.
I feel like that one can also be quite sensitive. Maybe some people don't know how to approach people when they are grieving, which is something that people have to learn because you cannot just say that I didn't know how. Some people are like I didn't know how to like talk to you and all of that. So because of that, they're not going to now even talk and all of that because they don't know what to say. But like that is not an excuse. But I feel like she should have just like communicated it instead of ending it because of that. It's possible that the friend did not know how to. It's something that she can work on. Do you get? I feel like it should not like be a deal breaker. That one,
something you want
like,
to ask
I
like why what happened
painful.
Yes, exactly, especially because you were visiting, you know, if you didn't come like
you
just maybe you're busy, maybe
person.
but like you visited another person and you didn't, and we are friends and friends are supposed to be there for both the good times and
And the bad
the
times.
bad times. So it's quite painful.
Yeah.
So next one says, I knew the friendship was over when you deemed it better to give a gap in our communication rather than outrightly tell me what's wrong.
You are going to say maybe this, maybe that. You know something. Tell me what you know.
I mean, you once told me to work on my communication skills, so what's up with yours?
I feel like through this series we really like focused on good communication.
Yes, like it's such a bedrock of relationships that we can't
Yes,
even ignore. Like it's actually very painful and something I hate. I hate it with passion. Like especially when I'm acting, because I would always ask. Like I will ask, and if you say you are okay, but obviously I'm not acting okay. That's unfair on me, especially when I'm acting. So it's quite
Yeah,
it just shows that you're not prioritizing my friend. I get that you feel terrible, but one thing I always tell myself is that even if I feel terrible, do I prioritize this friendship now? And it goes to relationship or marriage. Like you have to prioritize that I am hurting this other and I'm hurting our relationship together. But if you think that I just want to be in your feelings and just want to be in your feelings, you don't care about what's going to happen to the friendship. For me, it's a valid reason. Especially if you have asked and the person you're not communicating with me. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay, so the next one says, I knew the friendship was over when you told me when you got engaged, but you never told me about your marriage.
Learn how to mind the business. Yes. And stop prognosing. Yeah. It's very important. It's absolutely important. Yeah.
I feel like you're not in a friendship. You're in a one-person ship. You're the only person on that ship. Because
wait, so that means they didn't invite you.
I feel like you're not friends. You're probably acquaintances or something.
The thing is that at the same time, you don't want to overshoot your place in somebody's life. And you don't want to also feel entitled. What if they were on a budget and they wanted to have
I feel like if you have,
but you were not friends. You get
if you are friends with someone,
if you are friends, even if I don't want to invite you to my wedding, I just
say that are going for the wedding. You just tell the friend, like
we're on a budget and you can join us online. Yes. Something
instead of me hearing it outside.
You say she had to hear it from an outsider. So maybe you are like you have overplaced that friendship and the person does not think that you are
of you as
a friend like that.
Okay,
this is very, very interesting. So the next thing says, I knew the friendship was over when you only replied my messages when you needed my assistance.
I feel like this one can be tricky because like there should also be the part of communication. Like, do you actually care about me? That kind of thing. You should actually like just reach out to the person, and then if it's something that keeps up, you can say that okay. Because some people just want to actually just draw from you, and they're not giving back into you. Once you realize that this friendship is actually more draining than refreshing and filling, you might just want to end it without any distance.
The next one is, I knew the friendship was over when she could not put me on a job, but helped others. She was more convenient with giving me urgent 2K.
Don't look at me like I owe you anything.
So it's very dicey.
Yeah.
But then, like, why would you not want your friend to get the good? But then again, maybe you've not showed responsibility. You know that I would not want to recommend you for something that
you might not be the best at.
You get maybe I don't.
Maybe it's the person.
So it's communication. You want to ask. Yes.
No, they may not want to even tell you. Sincerely, they may not want to tell you that you actually suck at this point. Yes, like nobody wants to tell you that. So I feel like you should work on yourself and don't be like too focused on referrals of that person. You can get from any other place. Like don't be like okay, like let's just focus on the friendship alone.
Okay, it has been really nice and really exciting. Thank you so much, everyone, for sending in your questions, your stories. Thank you so much. I know that you enjoyed this episode, so please like,
let us also
comment.
Know
Let's know.
When your friends,
we can still keep the conversation going. So in the comments. So we look forward to hearing and reading from you. Kindly like, share, subscribe, comment, do all of that. And thank you very much to our guest here today. This episode has been so nice. Thank you so much. Like, I had so much fun, honestly. Okay, so guys, we'll see you in the next episode on the friendship series. Bye.